Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 35 for the event Marriage Prospects. In continuation of the previous video, we are going to study this example on Weak Destiny and Unmarried Yet. Example 35, Weak Destiny and Unmarried Yet. Now let us examine the birth chart. Now let us check another chart of a male. This boy, actually 33 years old only, this male is not interested in getting married itself. He is not at all interested in marriage. Though supportive for relationship, but he is not interested in the marriage. So that we have to see how the destiny is indicating weakness for the marriage, and also Lagna also getting involved in not supporting to the, marriage. So let us check the general study. Lagna is Aquarius, 7th cusp is falling in Leo. 7th Lord Sun is posted in the 9th house. This place, this sign is not a good sign as far as Sun is concerned. That 7th Lord posted in the 9th house, supportive for the 7th house, but Sun is conjoined with the 8th Lord, Mercury, and also 10th Lord, 3rd Lord, Mars. So 8th Lord, 10th Lord, and Sun is 7th Lord. In the 8th, this Mercury and Mars are in the 8th house, Sun is in the 9th house. That Rasi Lord Sun, Venus is posted in the 10th house as per degree in the Pisces. Now 7th Lord is weak, posted in a weak place, but in the 9th house is good, but it is conjoined with the 8th Lord, that is 5th Lord and 8th Lord, and Mars is 3rd Lord and 10th Lord. So 5, 8 and 7, Sun Mercury combination in the sign of Venus, they are all supportive to showing some supportive significations for the relationship, and Jupiter also aspecting to it. Jupiter is aspecting from the 5th house, 11th Lord, 2nd Lord, aspecting to the Mercury and Sun and Mars. 7th Lord also aspected. They are all supportive for the relationship, but we have to see because of the 6th house, 8th house, 10th house combination, whether it is indicating any weakness. Actually, here 6th house is not directly influencing the Sun. 6th Lord is Moon. Moon is posted in the sign of Mars. That Moon is not further influencing any planet by way of conjunction or aspect. This is called lonely planet. Moon is posted in the 10th house. No other planet is under the influence of the Moon. Suppose you check, Moon is also a free planet. No planet in the nakshatra of the Moon. So that way, Moon will be the strong significator. So the planet which are under the influence of Moon will be strong, but unfortunately, no planet is directly under the influence. The only planet can get the influence of the Moon is Mars, because Moon in the sign of Mars. Then another planet is Ketu, because Ketu occupying the 6th house. So Ketu occupying 6th house, Ketu Karagatva in the 6th house, connected to Moon 10th house, and Mars is, that planet is getting the affliction by way of Moon. So they are all indicating some weakness, connection to the 7th Lord indirectly through the Mars, also Moon is present. So let us check the detailed study by extended way, whether it is further indicating strong affliction to the 7th house matters. Now let us check the destiny. 7th Lord is Sun and 7th sublord is Mars. Yes. And let us keep open this. Oh, Mars. And okay, seventh sublord sun, no, sorry, seventh lord sun. Let us check for seventh lord sun. And let us check the first significators also. That also will be good. Sorry. Significators also I will check it. And which are the unfavorable K planets in the self significations for the marriage? Sixth occupant moon. So moon is strongly unfavorable. 6, 10, 4, 10. Representing Ketu also. That's called the 3, 7, 11. Kama Trikon planet itself is occupying sixth house with supported by unfavorable moon. It is weakening that self-affliction to the seventh house matters. And seventh lord, I mean 9 is for supported, but 8 and 12 star lord is not good. And this is having some weakness, not an issue, but Saturn. 1. Lagna Lord itself, 12th Lord occupying 11, 2, 16, 6 and 12. This is further supportive to the professional prospect, but not for the marriage prospect. Lagna itself is not strongly favorable towards that. And not just because of that, in the star level planet also the same way it is connecting, then it is going to be more unfavorable. And 2, 8 cuspal sublord, 4th lord, occupant 10th house are all having some mixed significations. Moon and Saturn are strongly unfavorable. Which are the planets are under the influence of the moon and Saturn? Moon already we discussed, lonely planet. Ketu and Mars only the unfavorable K planets, which are getting the influence of the moon. Then Saturn. Saturn in the sign of Jupiter afflicting the Venus, and Rahu represents Saturn, and Saturn is aspecting to Jupiter. So the Saturn is unfavorable K planet is passing its influence to the Jupiter. That Jupiter is aspecting to the Sun, Mercury, and Mars, seventh lord, and I mean other planet, that Mars planet, seventh sublord. Seventh sublord is Mars. No, they are all under the influence of the Jupiter by way of aspect. Jupiter is good only, but it is already influenced by Saturn. It is also passing the unfavorable Saturn significations to the Sun, Mercury, and Mars. Their Rasi Lord Venus already afflicted. So it is indicating some weakness indirectly passed on. So now we have to check the seventh Lord. Seventh Lord is Sun. Sun is fine. But Sun in the star of Rahu also having supportive, but star second planet Saturn is weak. That already discussed. Saturn is not good, and that Sun is getting the influence of the Saturn indirectly. Sun is having weakness, seventh lord having got this favorable, but not supported by this. Mars is getting some support. But again, Venus is also indicating favorable, but this grouping is not good. Venus. That Venus is conjoined with the Saturn. That Venus is afflicted by Saturn directly, right? And Saturn is also playing role at the star level. So indirectly, that seventh lord planet is getting the affliction from the Saturn, and also that sublord also afflicted by the Venus. So that way, that seventh lord having some weakness at the source, effect, and result. Now, next one is the seventh sublord planet. If you look at the seventh sublord planet, third lord, 10th lord occupying 8th house, and Lagna star lord and 4, 7 cuspal sublord. This is fine, right? But it is not unfavorable. But all levels ruled by Mars, that Mars planet is the only planet is getting the influence of the moon. So already moon is afflicting. Moon, the Karaka planet, and for the mind also indicating 6, 10, 14, not good for, it is good for the professional prospect, but not for the personal life. And moon, all influenced by the Mars is influenced by the moon, and Mars is already afflicted by the Mercury planet and Sun planet. Mercury is good, mixed one, but Sun is having both favorable and also 8 and 12. So obstacles also indicated here. The sublord planet is Venus. The Venus is already influenced by the obstacle causing planet or unfavorable planet, Saturn itself. So the influence of the Saturn and Moon are at all levels are present, though they are not strongly directly involving, they are all indicating some obstacles to the seventh house, 2, 8, 1 to 8, and this is not good. And also the Lagna sublord itself, as we discussed, Lagna sublord planet Venus, that Venus itself, you can see Venus 1 to 8 in the star of Ketu having unfavorable. So the same is sublord also having Venus, that is also under the influence of the Saturn. So these unfavorable key planets are influencing the other planets. So that way, that seventh house is also becoming weak, and Lagna also losing its interest. Lagna is not interested in getting married. And you can see Mars in own star. Let us check Mars subsublord. You can see Mars subsublord is none other than Saturn itself, because Mars is ruling at the 3 levels. So if you take Saturn as the subsublord, Saturn is strong, unfavorable, already discussed, right? Lagna Lord itself moving towards unfavorable. That Saturn is afflicting Venus by way of conjunction. So that way it is strongly afflicting, and Saturn is passing ruling to Jupiter. That Jupiter is passing their significations to the other planet by way of aspect. So because of that, seventh sublord is having some weakness in self, and having some further obstacles. Seventh house, second house to the seventh house is seventh house, and for the eighth house to the Lagna is eighth house. So both 2 and 8, which are unfavorable to the 7 and Lagna also playing role here. And fourth lord occupying 10th house, it is not supportive for the affection, lack of affection, love. They are all indicated. So Lagna is not having interest in the star of Ketu, already influenced by the Ketu Moon and 6, 10, 4, 10. So this is indicating that native is not interested in getting married. So now the native is actually is only 33 years old. Now that native is running the Venus Mahadasa. Venus Dasa is going to run up to 2036. That Venus is already influenced by Saturn. Venus itself is 4th lord, 10th lord, 1 to 8 is not good. Star level Venus itself is not, Ketu itself is not good. Sublevel again Venus is coming, influenced by Saturn. So Lagna is not much interested in marriage. So that Dasal also not supportive. So that way that native is not interested in marriage, and weak destiny is also not so good. Weak destiny is also further supporting to the Lagna for the loss of interest in marriage. Hope you have understood. We will study the next example in the next video. Thank you.